Your specific person, soulmate, mirror soul, twin flame, whatever you call them, can absolutely hear your thoughts. Yes, and in today's video, I'm going to break this down to you using examples from your life and from mine, and also quote very important teachings from Neville's chapter, The Law of Thought Transmission, to explain how the specific person manifestation works and also convince you that manifestation is easier than you think. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia and here is where I talk about manifestation, law of assumption and anything and everything that makes you the better version of yourself. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a chance to explain this to you. And if you are a returning subscriber, I am so grateful to your consistent support towards this channel. Please continue engaging in the comment section so that we make this space a healthy group for all the manifestors. Keep on posting your success stories, your beliefs, how you deal with your everyday thoughts and doubts, and how you persist to keep each other motivated. So let's get straight into today's video. Now let me ask you a very simple question. Take your time to think about this and use it consistently to make your specific person manifestation work in your favor. So now, how many times have you thought about someone and they have reached out to you, that instant or maybe within 24 hours? It has happened all the time with me, and it still happens that whenever I think about someone, they reach out to me. It does not matter whether I am in contact with that person or not. It has even happened that I have not reached out to this person for years and they have maybe appeared in my Instagram story. They have viewed my story, or they have all of a sudden, connected with me. A few months back, I reconnected with a childhood friend of mine. I kept on dreaming about them. I had spent my entire childhood with them. We used to go to the same tuitions. We always used to sit in the same bench since, class 1 to class 10. And then as life happens, you choose your respective subjects and then you drift apart. And this was the friend who was very sweet towards me throughout her life. They used to write, my diary and everything, and I used to constantly dream of these friends because I have spent a chunk of my life with them. And towards the end of last year, I was thinking, when I was watching other people's stories of having a great friend circle, being in touch with childhood friends, and I was like, I wish I was also in touch with my childhood friends. And it so happened that so we view each other's story, and we like each other's work on Instagram and all of that. We like each other's posts on Instagram and all of that, but we don't communicate. We rarely communicate. And it so happened we just communicated one day, and out of nowhere, I went to this Durga Puja pandal, and she happened to be there. And that's how we got in touch again, and we have been in touch, and it felt like no time has passed in between. She's still the person who would sit beside me in mention fourth standard, and now we all are working. But it was so surreal to see that what I was imagining just by simply passively thinking about them has actually manifested in my real life. And these are signs that whenever you think about someone, you appear as a thought in their head as well. And it is simply because we all are a part of the same consciousness. Now, when you are manifesting a specific person, you have to use this knowledge to your benefit consciously and exactly direct what thought you're sending to them. And Neville has said this as a very important quote in his teaching, and this also is related, this very quote that I'm going to read out to you is also related to this one question that I ask every client who seeks personal assistance from me when they join the specific person manifestation course, that Explain to me what exactly you desire out of this situation. Because when you are committing to a course, you're making a certain investment, not just financial, but also your entire, energetic and mental investment. So, what exactly are you seeking? Are you looking for just contact? Are you looking for a healthy relationship? Whatever that is, because specificity is very important. When you are not specific in conscious manifestation, then it gets manifested as hot and cold behavior, especially when you have not reprogrammed your beliefs, your assumptions about the entire dynamics with the specific person, about how you view yourself with regards to the specific person and the entire situation. And Neville has also given quote regarding that. So I'm going to read out the quotes to you right now. So he says that it does not matter what it is you seek in prayer or where it is or whom it concerns. You have nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth of that which you desire to see manifested. When you emerge from prayer, you no longer seek, for you have, if you have prayed correctly, subconsciously assumed the reality of the state sought. And by the law of reversibility, your subconscious must objectify that what it affirms. So, in simple words, what he's trying to say is that it is never about the specific person. It is about your firmness. It is about how much you have saturated your mind or how much you have convinced yourself that whatever I am affirming, whatever I am praying for exists. And the more you repeat that to yourself, the more you debunk all the negative assumptions around this particular desire, the faster it takes to finally emerge in your reality. So, the first thing you must do is be diligent, be sincere in what you are seeking. It is never about from whom you are seeking, it is never about your specific person. It is about how you want them to appear in your reality. And that is why I always tell to my clients, remember that this is not about them. This is about you. This is about whether you're choosing yourself as the person in charge of your reality or not. You're not begging for someone to choose you. You are choosing to be a part of a reality where you are deciding who chooses you. You are assigning a role to everyone. Your beliefs, your fixed attitudes of mind constantly modify your consciousness as it is reflected on the mirror of your mind. Your consciousness, modified by your beliefs, objectifies itself in the conditions of your world. To change your world, you must first change your conception of it. To change a man, you must change your conception of him. You must first believe him to be the man you want him to be and mentally talk to him as though he were. All men are sufficiently sensitive to reproduce your beliefs of them. And that is why it is so important to understand that it is not about manifesting contact, because that will happen. That is a part of it. But it is how you perceive yourself through their eyes, and that is why you see what is your conception of them, what is your conception of yourself as well with regards to this entire situation. And that is where the self-concept work comes. And the self-concept work is not that serious, not that lengthy. It starts with this one particular decision where you are like, no, they do not have power over my thoughts. Only I have power over my thoughts. And at this moment, if I choose to think about them as a present and constant entity in my reality, then that manifests. It starts with this one decision and then constantly repeating it again and again and again to only saturate your mind. He also says that a friend 1,000 miles away is rooted in your consciousness through fixed ideas of him. To think of him and represent him to yourself inwardly in the state you desire him to be, confident that this subjective image is as true as it were already objectified, awakens in him a corresponding state which he must objectify. So, in simpler words, if you are thinking about them and if you're totally submerged in the thought, that you are responding to that thought in your head with all your five senses, you're truly living that thought in your head as a real experience, it is bound to have a mental response in them. So if you are thinking about your specific person obsessively, constantly, all of that, they are thinking about you as well. And here is where the art of exactly commanding what they are supposed to think about you comes. You will not think of them as unreachable. You will not think of them as, oh, I am missing them. How you are talking to them in your head is a very, very, very important step in your specific person manifestation journey. You will not talk to yourself or to them in your head like, oh, I am missing them, I'm missing them so much. Why don't they ever think about me? No. What you're going to say instead, you're going to change all of these beliefs like, every time I think about them, they reach out. And you are going to convince yourself again and again and again by repeating that. We have a telepathic communication. We have a telepathic relationship. Every time I think about them, they think of me back. Every time I think of them, they reach out to me. Okay? This is how you are going to perceive yourself with regards to them. You will not say that they never think about me, I'm never chosen. No, I am always in their thoughts. If I can miss them so much, they can also miss me in equal capacity and more. So I hope all of these quotations and examples are enough to prove you that the law of thought transmission works. If you want coaching from me, I offer 3 types of live coaching, which is the specific person manifestation course, the self-concept course, and a very newly launched full immersion course, which is longer than the other 2 ones, where you get to spend more time with me and have long-lasting impact. And if you're not interested in live sessions, you can always reach out for email coaching. And if you don't want any coaching and you want, guided meditations and subliminals, because maybe you're a self-learner, I offer that too. Please contact me for the details of these courses by reaching out to me in the email given in the description box below.